Thank you, Dean Rubin. So, we're finally here, a day many of us have been anticipating with both excitement and dread. I know I've been thinking of this moment for years, expecting to feel different. By now, I thought I'd be an Excel expert, a Miami merger, or at least a few inches taller. And aside from an unexpected growth spurt my junior year, I think we can all agree we did not quite accomplish everything we thought we would. However, each of us has grown immensely since the first time we arrived in Oxford. Whether it's a feeling of pride, uncertainty, or just a grumbling in your stomach from binging bagel and deli this past week, this is a moment of celebration. A celebration that somehow, some way, we figured it out. We earned the seats that we're sitting in today. The Farmer School of Business has a reputation unlike any other. Admittedly, every single person in this room is partial, but this past fall at our career fair, I asked a recruiter why she came all the way to Oxford for a 4-hour event. She said that year after year, Miami hires are their top performers. Sure, we know the numbers and we give a firm yet approachable handshake, but she said the reason that we succeed is because in any situation, Miami students always figure it out. And it's this concept of always figuring it out which really stuck with me and has proven to be true as I've reflected on my farmer experience. Thank you again to everybody for being here today. I'm extremely honored to be speaking, as the farmer community has impacted me not only as a professional, but more importantly, as a person. While I'm not a leader in academia or a Fortune 500 CEO yet, I am someone who's walked, learned, cried a little, and laughed a lot alongside you for the past 4 years. I'm not going to preach words of wisdom about what lies ahead because, frankly, I've never graduated college before. But whether you and I are close friends, remember me as the girl in the second row who asked too many questions, or we never met, I think we'll be able to relate. I see college as an incubator of the real world, a training course, if you will, the different practices and challenges we will be facing in our careers and ultimately our lives. Whether mastering basic accounting skills or figuring out how to work with that tough professor, we have been challenged to become wiser and stronger individuals. Simply put, our farmer experience has taught us how to figure it out. And it's done this by putting us in unfamiliar situations, providing tools to navigate these situations, and finally providing a phenomenal network of people to guide us along the way. So let's go back to the most unfamiliar time, freshman year, a year that swirled with what-ifs. Imagine your first class. You're walking down Spring Street, a little overdressed, trying to figure out which red brick building you belong in as the bell tower aggressively chimes Sia's latest hit. As you're trying to walk confidently, yet casually to your first class, your head is swarming with what-ifs. What if I can't find a seat? What if the professor calls on me and I don't know the answer? What if I sit down in the wrong classroom? And despite these scary thoughts, it all worked out. You went to class, read the syllabus, earned a few points, and went back home. But the what-ifs did not stop here. Instead, they picked up over time. What if I don't get into this business organization? What if econ really isn't for me? What if the line at Brick is too long and I have to go to Pachinko's? Although now they seem small, in the moment these were life-encompassing issues. However, once again, we learned through these unfamiliar situations and tackled them through trial and error and looking to those around us. What I believe truly made the farmer experience so unique are the mentors, cheerleaders, and friends we had here. While highly competitive, this is not a dog-eat-dog culture. It is instead competing to be the best version of ourselves and challenging those around us to do the same. It's the professor who told you to suck it up and get it done when you had 24 hours to completely redo your entire project. While you may have yelled her name in vengeance a couple times, she pushed you to create something that you were extremely proud of. It's mom and dad who are always there for you, whether it was a call about the dining special at Harrison Hall or the fact that you'll never get a job because of one ISA online quiz. It was your friends who stayed with you at King until 2 a.m. working on that final slide deck and stayed with you at Country Night until 2 a.m. dancing to Thomas Rhett to celebrate a job well done. It's the brothers and sisters who made you realize that there is a lot more than corn here and that a weekend with them was a lot more than they realized. The little club you joined because it would look good on a resume and you saw it at Mega Fair, that became your greatest support system and learning outlet. It's the housemates that were always there to play a game of Settlers of Catan and to get too mad when you're late to class again and forgot to do your dishes. They created that home away from home for you that you really needed. In the end, these specific moments and details are going to blur, but it is these relationships which we are taking with us. To the friends, family, and faculty, thank you for helping us figure out up until this point. I firmly believe that life is cyclical, and while history does not directly repeat itself, it rhymes. In class of 2018, we are cycling back to the bottom of the totem pole, becoming what I call freshmen of the real world. And as we cycle back, new what-ifs are arising. What if this is not what I want to be doing? What if I have to move back into my parents' basement? What if the friendships around me begin to fade? And this time, we don't have that safety net of the college incubator. There's no syllabus saying what's most important. There's no book that has the answers. So what are we going to do? It's the same thing that happened when we failed a Finance 301 exam or the cute guy said no to our date party. We put ourselves out there, and honestly, the rejection hurt. But we learned, we grew, and we moved on. And we bet he's really regretting that decision right about now. See, these what-ifs overshadow the true beauty which lies behind them. As we learned freshman year, it is these moments of uncertainty which equate to the most opportunity. What if this is something I love? What if this new city has a lot more adventure than I thought? What if the best is yet to come? We do not know the answers to these upcoming what-ifs, but find comfort in the fact that from what I can tell, nobody does. Shuffling through the tools we learned in our education and learning from our experiences are what make Miami graduates so successful. Consider Brian Nickel, Chipotle CEO, or Patty Morrison, CIO at Cardinal Health. They sat in these exact same seats, and I bet that they were uncertain too, but they figured it out. Quality jokes aside, I am convinced there is something in the water here in Oxford. We have the same experiences, tools, and networks to do the same if we do it right. So as this Red Sea is about to part, we are entering a world that is constantly changing and quite honestly needs a lot of help figuring things out. I implore you to keep putting yourself in these what-if situations, to collect more tools, and to genuinely connect with others with intention. And when you do get that big promotion, solve a million-dollar question, or simply find what you're supposed to be doing, remember where you first learned to figure it out and continue to represent this farmer family. I am so excited to see the impact that each of us will have, and remember that everyone in this room is cheering you on. Continue this legacy, celebrate everything that you have earned, and I cannot wait to see what we have yet to figure out. Thank you.